What's going on, Shady people? Shady here, welcoming you back to another Rivals of Aether video. Today we are going to have a character moveset breakdown slash analysis slash tips and tricks combo slash hopefully entertaining video for you guys on Maypul, one of the most interesting characters in the game for sure. They're all very interesting, very unique, but I've gravitated towards Maypul. He's definitely my backup. She is definitely my backup main. I don't know her lore, I apologize, but I highly advise you check out the website in the description. I have to do the same right after I record this video because the lore of this game is cool and really awesome. But we're gonna jump right into this. Basically, what we're gonna start out with, if you didn't see the Forest Burn one, there's a link to the playlist in the description for all of our Rivals videos that are on this channel. But Maypul is really, really interesting. Some things to note about Maypul right off the bat. Maypul is the fastest character in the game on the ground. You guys want to see look at how fast this little girl scurries. Look at her. Look at her. She scurries so fast. I think it's like in 2 seconds she's on the other side of the stage. Look at that. Good dash dance, of course. You have your wave dashing. This is what she looks like. She wave dashes. She's just like she's like bobbing her head to her own track. But her wave dash, because of how fast she is, I feel like it's really, look at that. Look at how long it can be. It's insane as my voice cracks and, you know, I'm losing my voice, forgive me for that. But, okay, we're gonna go over the absolute basics. So we're gonna start with all of our weak attacks like we did with Forest Burn. So you have your neutral jab here. And something to note about Maypul, I'm almost positive right now to the 6 characters, Maypul is the only character that doesn't have like a walking jab. Like for example, in Forest Burn, when we did 1, 2, 3, you did like a 1, 2, and you stepped forward and you had your last like heavy hit, your gentleman's hit in your combo for your jab. But Maypul doesn't have that. Maypul just has an infinite, you can just keep tapping A and it's the fastest jab in the game, I believe. But I don't advise you just try to do that, but I do advise you try to work jabbing into your reservoir of moves because honestly, it's really, really important. Jabbing, I think it's really important. I was actually talking to my friend Rolex, we played last night, and he was saying like, I'm one of the only Maypuls that he plays that really I utilize jabs, and he really, really likes my Maypul, which was really cool because I look up to Rolex. He's a really, 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 really good player. But anyway, so that's our jab. Something to note. Now, of course, you can string the following moves along with your jab. So you have your down tilt, which has a pretty good hitbox. In fact, let me turn those hitboxes on so you guys can see the jab. It hits them up a little bit. And then your down tilt, the hitbox goes pretty far. Like right here, I'll definitely be hitting you. I think I can actually hit you from right. Nope. Okay, it's kind of hard. Maybe moves like right. Look at how far you can be and still hit them. I want to try to see. Nope, it's impossible. You're so fast, Maypul. You're so fast. But that's your down tilt. It's really good for combo, and we'll get into combos in a little bit. But it's really good for. You can see it hits them like, especially at low percents, it hits them right up if they're not DIing at all, and then they can DI away or towards you, what have you. But it gets them in the air, which is very important for Maypul. Then of course you have your your up tilt, which you guys can see. Huge range on both sides. It's a very, very good option a lot of the times if your opponent likes to roll a lot. It's really good. They try to roll behind you, use up tilt, and it hits them really hard. Remember, up tilt is up, and then A on your Xbox One controller if you're using that. It's your attack button. So really, really nice tilt. Sends them up as well. You guys can see, sends them right up, and it's really, really, it's an awesome move. Maypul's moveset is incredible in my opinion. Her moveset is out of control, ridiculous. So that's her, and then her forward tilt. Her forward tilt is not used by a lot of people. You guys can see, because you're tilting forward, you kind of take a little step forward as you do the move, because you're holding forward. I think you can do it without, no, you're always gonna move a little bit forward with that. And it kind of like, it's the replacement for the third hit jab. But honestly, like, jab, 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 and then you can forward tilt. So like jab, jab, forward tilt, or jab, forward tilt. You don't have to do 2, but you go 1, 2, 3, bah! So really, really nice. Her weak attacks are really, they're not weak. Like they're just very string heavy. You can combo so well with Maypul, I feel like. I'm not the most proficient Maypul player by any means. I still need to master a lot of things, but I'm gonna give you guys the best advice that I can with these characters right now. So those are all your weak attacks. Now let's go over your aerial attacks. You know what? No, let's go over smash. No, let's go over aerial attacks. Let's do that. So you have your neutral air, your nair. Let's look at the hitboxes again. Look at how like long they are. Look at how large they are. Like that is absolutely huge. It's a great move. It sends them up. Once again, it gets them in the air. But it has a pretty large knockback depending on how your opponent's DIing. But it's a fantastic move. Short hop with nair, just a regular jump with nair. It's a really, really awesome move. That's just hitting the attack button without doing any directional influence. You're not doing the joystick at all. Don't confuse DI with what I just said. That's stupid of me to say. Okay, so then you have your forward airs. This is Maypul's bread and butter right here. This is a beautiful satisfying spike. You guys can see like Maypul just whips her hands right down. And obviously it's not a spike when they're on the ground, but when they're in the air, for example, watch. Okay, I'm gonna mess it up now every single time, but it's okay. It's okay if I mess it up every single time, right, guys? Okay. Down tilt, spike. Look at that! How satisfying is that? So forward air is your spike, and it's honestly, it has a pretty big hitbox, and it's really easy to hit. It's really easy to hit. And Maypul has very little post-hit lat, like, let me see. Hold on. Let me get up high enough where I can test this out for you guys. Forward air, and then you can nair almost immediately after. Not exactly immediately, but look at that. Pretty darn close to it. No, there's definitely, there's enough bounce lag of that. Okay, that's your forward air. Then your back air, which I don't see enough Maypuls using. It's really good. She whips her tail back and forth. She whips her, like, look at that. Look at that hitbox. And she whips it twice. So it's a 2-hit if you're close enough. And once again, it sends them in the air in a direction, which is really awesome. Maypul's so fast, you gotta utilize that. And you can actually approach your opponent from the front and hit them. Get back on the ground. Let me reset. I didn't mean to taunt, I'm sorry. You can approach them from, like, you can run towards them and then just, oh man, I messed that up. And run past them and hit them with the back air. It's so good. The back air is so good. I don't use it enough personally. I don't see enough Maypuls using it. I don't use it enough. So that's all of her, let me see, no. And then her other, okay, this is the move that I absolutely 100% need to use more. It's a ridiculous, incredible move, Maypul's down air. So we've covered neutral, we covered forward air. So we gotta do down air and up air. Maypul's down air is the most unique down air in the game, I'm gonna go ahead and say, because you don't actually hit your opponent in the air. You guys can see, I'm creating a root, but directly beneath me. So like, you can do it twice, I believe. I've never done more than 2. I'm not sure if that's just because of how high up you have to be. Okay, so it's about being high enough, but you can always get 2 off, I feel like, as long as you're above the ground enough. So it's really interesting because you can use this to approach. Look at that. I was completely above here, but now look, this is very important. It goes to the closest platform beneath you. So it won't hit him, but see, I went like that. So short hops with this is really good. The knockback is huge and it can lead into spikes. The knockback is absolutely huge and can lead into spikes, for sure. It's definitely a move that Maypul has to think about a lot of different things all the time. Maypul players definitely have to have a very, very active brain. It's not like her, I mean, most characters in this game do, I guess, but like, I don't know, something about Maypul, her playstyle is very, very, very intricate. And I really love that about her. I'm still learning her, but that's one of my favorite moves by her, especially if like you're just trying to, if you want to get to the ground safely, just whoop, just get right. You, obviously, if they're underneath the platform, that doesn't work. But look, did you see how that happened? Because I was really weird. You just like drop down and hold down. It's interesting, but short hops with that, I'm gonna start utilizing that because I was not doing that until this tutorial, and that's really nice. So that's her down air, really, really awesome. Now her next move is her up air, and her up air is fantastic. Look at this. She spins her little fisticuffs, and the hitbox is awesome. Now watch what happens when I hit this other Maypul. I mean, this Maypul's really, let me reset the oh, I didn't mean to do all that, my bad. Okay, we're not even going up against a Maypul now, oh well, but this move is so nice. Let me turn those hitboxes back on for all you guys. Keep the game speed at 1 times. Can you really? Thanks, man. Okay, so I'm gonna get you up in the air really quick. You guys see that? It's a really good juggling move, and you can actually end up killing with it. Now, it's another one of those moves, kind of like Forsburn's neutral air, where you can do it and then fast fall, and kind of bring your opponent down with you. Look at that. Just by doing it and then dropping on top of your opponent, if you time it right, you actually hit them. That was my nair. My bad. My bad. That Orcane's not coming back. That Orcane is not coming back. So it's a really, really awesome move. It's just, I mean, maybe I can't say enough how incredible. Look at that. If you master that, it's just another option. If you think they're gonna jump, you can cover. If you have a move that can cover multiple options, you want to utilize that move as much as possible. So like being able to cover if they jump, and then, oh my gosh, it's definitely hard to do. There we go. You have to do a really short hop. There we go. I got it now. You can see, like, even when I hit them right there, I fast fell. It's not happening now. I don't know. There we go. It's something you have to practice. It's something that I have not practiced yet, that's for sure. But that's all of Maypul's areas. I believe we did forward air, we did back air, we did down air, and we did up air. Awesome. Okay. So something else I want to talk about before we talk about her smashes is her dash attack. So every character has a dash attack. Well, when I say this, I mean in general. There are a lot of you guys were commenting on my basics video on how like Roster doesn't have ground smash attacks. He only has aerial smash attacks and no air tilts. I know that. I understand that. or he doesn't have any, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying right now. But I'm gonna cover that when I break down roster. But in general, the rule is that characters have smash attacks while on the ground. So before we go over Maypul's smash attacks, let's go over her dash attack, which is incredible. Look at this thing. It literally dashes and it hits them twice. It'll hit them forward and then it'll continue to hit them up. Watch. And that is, once again, more bread, more butter. Butter toast, like double D. Actually, that was Eddie. I think it was Ed. Ed likes it. Double D is the one with the hat. Eddie, I think, is the short one that always has the schemes. Yes. Okay, nice and jawbreakers for no reason. So dash attack is really, really good, and it can combo into a lot of things, depending on what your opponent does. It combos very well into Nair. Very, very, very well into Nair. It takes a lot of playing around with, but like, look, okay. You can combo into up air. You can go down air, dash attack, up air, up B, dead. So, I'm sorry, up special, not up B. That dash attack, very, very good. We'll go over, I'll just show off a couple combos with it when we go over the combo section of the video at the end, right before we play an online match. So, really good dash attack. One of the best dash attacks in the game, I'm gonna say. I mean, there's only 6 characters and they all have really good stuff, but I really enjoy Maypul's dash attack. So now we're done with aerials, we're done with dash attacks, we're done with tilts. Let's go and go on to smashes. So Maypul is very interesting. She has, look at this range. You guys see that whip? Look at that range. That's her forward smash or her neutral smash. I'm sorry, forward strong or her neutral strong. So whether you hold forward or whether you just press the B button on your Xbox One controller, it is very far. And it doesn't have crazy kill power. Okay, right there, obviously no DI, and I fully charged it. But it doesn't kill as early as you would think if your opponent DIs. I think you need to be around, even at like 110%, I wasn't killing Rolex last night when he was playing Zetterburn. So it's just interesting to note. But that's Maypul's forward and neutral smash. Her down smash is even weaker, but it hits on both sides. It hits in front of you first. It's very important to note. Hits in front of you first, and it doesn't bounce them. It's just another thing that has another option. If you think someone's gonna try to parry you, if they expect you to run up and do it, you can try to pivot, kind of like a wave dash and a pivot, and then try to hit them with the back end of it, so that they miss the parry on the first hit and the second hit gets them while their parry ends. It's just something to note. Down smash is really nice. I don't utilize it too often, but it's nice. Then her final smash is her up smash, and look at this range. You can actually hit them when they're on, I think it just misses them if they're on that platform. But it's got really nice range. You can charge it, obviously. It'll hit them if you're right next to them as well. It is pretty slow. All of her smashes are pretty slow because of how much range they have, essentially. I think this will kill, so I charged it. And something else to note is that her smashes have sweet spots. Her forward smash definitely has a sweet spot. You guys can see that like orange on the bottom of it. If you catch her with the tail end of it, that was a sweet spot. That was a sweet spot. Ooh, there we go. The forward smash and up smash do have sweet spots. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive they do, because I can feel and hear the difference at some points. Like obviously the up smash, the sweet spot is towards the end of the whip. There we go. There it is. You get that tail of that whip. Whoa, boy! Going to join the circus on that one. But those are her smashes. Now, let's talk about her special or her B in relation to smash. So, just like Sheik's Needles is B, let's just keep that in mind when I'm talking about if you've played Smash 4. If not, it's the special button, which is X on your Xbox One controller. She throws seeds. Now, what these seeds do is not only do they do 2%, but you can now see that your opponent has seeds circling them. What that basically does is it sets a marker on your opponent. So, that's my neutral special. Now, we're gonna go in order of things. We just talked about her smashes, so I'm gonna backtrack really quick. Once your opponent has these seeds on them, if you were to forward smash, that's not gonna hit. If you were to forward smash, they get wrapped up temporarily. The higher their percent, the longer time they're wrapped up for. I do not advise, if they are below 100, you try to do this and then try to go for another forward smash. It is not going to connect if your opponent gets out of it fast enough, like most people will. Instead, I advise you just start a combo. Do a dash attack, go to up tilt, go to nair, go to back air, anything like that. But I wouldn't advise, like right now, you see how fast that Orkin got out of it? It was really fast. I think it's every 50% it changes on how long they have to be in there. That was a tiny bit longer, but it really wasn't that long. But it's good to just get your, slow down your opponent. You get a couple, not a couple seconds. You get like 0.0 seconds to think, and it just throws your opponent off a little bit, getting them wrapped up. The other big thing why you want to always have a seed on your opponents is because your up special. Let's talk about your up special really quick, which is, in general, the recovery of every character for the most part is their up special. My up special, Maypul's up special, I should say, it will go directly to your opponent, but only if they have a seed on them. If not, that's your recovery. That up special right there, that is without any seeds. And don't get me wrong, that move's very good. And this is something a lot of Maypul players, or a lot of new Maypul players don't realize. Just because you have the seeds on them, doesn't mean you can't use this move. You can still use that move, and I do a lot. Like this move kills, for example. Dead. So just because you have the seeds on there, you can still use that move. The way you use your actual recovery where you go to them is when you press up X or up special. I'm gonna be calling it up X. When you press up X, you hold your X button, and then with your thumb on the joystick, I can't really show it right now, but with your thumb on this joystick right here, with your thumb, after you hit up special, you move it to the left and you'll go behind them. See, I went behind them? Basically, I roll it after hitting up, I go to the left on the joystick. If I want to go on top of them, I just keep holding up and I'll go on top of them. But you have to hold the X button. If you try it out, it comes very naturally to you, you'll see. If you just tap it really quick, up X, doesn't do anything. If you hold X and then choose a direction, you'll either go in front of them, on top of them, or behind them, depending on what direction you choose. So obviously, throwing these seeds, like I said, it does 2%. It's kind of important to make sure you have a seed on them as often as you can. Another reason why you want seeds on them is because if you're down special, if you see this down special on the ground, you have a little plant. You can feed this plant. If you don't feed this plant, like for example, this plant is not getting fed because of this, pill. Oh, it actually is. That's an interesting thing. Even if you see him spitting the shells, he's still eating the seed. He's still eating and just spitting the shells. So he'll get big. Now he'll never go away. But if I were to plant, you can only have one plant at a time. If I were to plant him and I never feed him those delicious little markers, those seeds, he's actually going to disappear. So he's gonna disappear just like that. But if your opponent, watch, wrapped up. If they go near the plant while they are seeded, they will get wrapped up. Now, some people choose not to use the plant at all because they don't want to waste their seeds, especially with how fast people can get out of being wrapped up. But it depends on the opponent. Against rasters, I really like to use the plant. Otherwise, I don't. Because I want to make sure that I can recover if I want to. Maybe I want to wrap them up with a down smash and then continue with a forward smash right into a spike, just like that. So seeding is very important. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, man, there's only one way to seed, just by throwing neutral, by jumping or like, you know what I mean, doing that. Well, you would be wrong, because you can seed in other ways. Let's talk about Maypul's forward special. Maypul's forward special is a little, you see this? Little dash. Very fast, very good move. And when it connects with your opponent, it actually seeds them. You guys can see that. Now Orchid gets seeds on it. It's the same deal with your aerial down special. That also seeds your opponent. When you go jump, down X, which a very basic combo that a lot of Maypuls use, and there's nothing wrong with basic combos. This combo is amazing. Is if you were to hit your opponent up, you up B on top of them, and then down B, or down X, I'm sorry. You're gonna knock your opponent up X, knock your opponent up X, and down X, and then they get seeds again. So it's really nice. Not only do you get damage, but you get seeds on them. Your opponent can parry it. That's the one thing you have to remember about Maypul's recovery. Maypul's recovery is very punishable. For example, they see this giant whip come along. Oh, I know he's coming. I'm gonna charge a quick up smash. Dead. So it's not the best recovery in the game. You can recover from very far away, obviously, but then also smart players, when I verse other Maypuls, if I'm up a stock, or if I'm up usually 2 stocks, I'll do this, or if I'm at really high percent, I will literally just, if I hit them, I will chase them. I will jump off. So if they try to up me, they're just dying as well. So that's one way to beat other Maypuls. I want to start doing that. I want to make other videos on how to defeat characters as well. These are just guides, so I'm not going to go too much into that. But that covers all of Maypul's movesets, really. That's pretty much Maypul's entire moveset. We went over tilts, we went over specials. I don't think there's anything that I'm missing. So let's just talk about a couple of combos. So, like I said, you want to get seeds on as soon as possible. There's nothing wrong with throwing seeds. That's 2%. But I like doing forward B into up tilt. You guys can see that? That's forward B into up tilt, and then you start going off. Like, Maypul is such a fast character that once you get used to her flow, you can really do some destructive damage for sure. Like, really, really destructive. So, like I said, forward B into up tilt is really, really nice at low percents. You'll see forward B, up tilt, and you go to the back air depending on where they land. It's all mix-ups with Maypul, which I really, really like. Back air is really good. And also, like I said, running and then just down airing. Like run, jump, and then down air to get that root and knock them back and throw them off their game. It's really, really nice. I'm only just realizing that now because I don't use it enough because I'm a scrub. But that's really, really good. Other combos, other civil combos are you can dash attack into Nair. And you can get a couple of them off and you get back air. Here we go. Like just like that, dashing into forward spike. Really consistent. If you can short hop, that's perfect. Literally, you'll get it almost every time, depending on their percent. And then of course, edge guarding like that. Maypul has one of the best edge guards in the game, in my opinion, just because you can get them off relatively easy because your dash attack combos into a lot of your aerials. You can get them into like a decent range. And like I said, just jabbing into forward tilt is a nice combo. Like watch this, for example. Okay, I missed that, so don't watch that for example, but watch this. I'm gonna up, down. That's my down tilt. Girl, what you doing? It's hard to down tilt on the platforms. Here we go. Nope. Nope. There we go. Because once they get to a higher percentage, obviously they're gonna have more knockback, so your combos don't string as easily. At which point, once you get them to a decently high percentage, I usually, if I can't work them off the stage, I try to work them towards the sky. Because like I showed you before, your up B actually kills at a decent, it kills semi-early. Like, I think Maypul can go a little soon, like right now. There we go. So that's a nice combo. Up tilt into up air, into up air, into up B. It's really nice. Your opponent can DI out of it, of course, but it's okay. Just like what you just saw, a dash attack into, let me try it. Dash attack into up tilt, into down air, when they're at a very low percent, works really well, it looks like. That up tilt's really nice. Maypul's combos, Maypul's moves all really flow well together. If you start practicing with it, I guarantee you, this character is just so much fun to me. I absolutely love this character. But that's it for tips, tricks, and combos. Other thing else, always remember, just basics, keep the seed on. Your forward B is really hard to punish if they miss the parry. Your up air kills around 100 if you get them to the top of the ceiling. Your forward air is your bread and butter spike. Down tilt into spike is pretty consistent, even at like higher percents. Let's see, let's test it out. I think even at like 80, it's pretty consistent, honestly. Yeah, that's pretty consistent, honestly. That's pretty darn consistent. And then if you charge your down smash all the way, look, you can abuse the computer, so it's fantastic. I think that's all the tips I have for now. Like I said, I'm not full versed. If you are more versed in this character, feel free to leave tips in the comment section and help the other shady people. What we're gonna do now is we're just gonna jump online and see if we can win a quick 2 out of 3 with a random opponent. Because I like to close these videos out with just like kind of a, all right, well, this is what I can do with this character. I'm not the best yet, so imagine what a professional can do with this character. Let's see if we get matched up against someone decently back up. I might get a little quiet at this point, because I usually do. I missed my down B opportunity. That was my fault. So dash attack, you use dash attack a lot. Look at that spike. Zediburn's not coming back from that. Zediburn is not coming back from that. Ooh, but this Zediburn's not quitting, which I like. Ooh, I see you, big dog, and I'm gone. I think I'm gone. Nope, I'm getting back. No, I'm not! See, Maypul's recovery is very unforgiving. If you don't have a seed on them, it's very unforgiving. Especially when against a character that likes to pounce, like Zediburn. Oh, did you DC? That was so close. Oh, that neutral is so good. There we go. Zediburn's neutral is so good. See, I just messed that edge guard up, and there was no reason for me to take that damage and get on fire. There's literally no reason. Oh no, I could have easily punished that. Oh my gosh, I'm so angry. I'm so angry right now. There we go. Oh, I held it longer to read that parry. All right, so this guy is gonna go again. So we're gonna get our 2 out of 3. But like I said, I'm not the best Maypul. I'm definitely even misplaying right now. I know ways that I could be playing better. Actually, reading his air dodges would be nice. Oh my gosh, why did that miss? So like right now, rapping is, oh my gosh. Don't forget, your nair has a lot of priority. As does your back. Like, look at that. You can just run and just nair. And it does so well. Ooh! Ooh! Hey, let me know in the comment section below what character you want to see me do next. I did this because a lot of people were asking for Maypul. I had like a lot of people. Like 4 of the shady people asked for Maypul specifically, so I was like, all right, let me do it. He didn't wall jump. I don't know why he didn't wall jump. Oh, something I forgot to mention about Maypul. Maypul can wall cling. Maple's the only character in the game that can wall cling. And it's pretty useful, actually. As you guys just saw right there, I can kind of camp out him charging his neutral. I wasn't using it enough last night when I was playing Rolex, that's for sure. I don't think I used it at all. But yes, Maple's the only character that can wall cling. I love how these characters all have something that they're the only ones that can do. It just makes them so unique. Boom! DI'd right into the death. So that's going to be a quick match. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, learned something, or you were slightly entertained, I really appreciate if you show some shady love to one of those thumbs. Whichever one, if you didn't like it, please interact. I love that so much. I just want to be able to bring better content for you guys. I'm going to get the heck out of here. Make sure you suggest the next character you want to see. Have yourselves a good day. But above all else, keep it shady. Something out, and I can apparently just do whatever I want. Towards the stage, you have to think and decide. Now, something cool in practice mode is you can actually turn the hitboxes on, and it can kind of help you learn where you...